Hi, I'm Jason and I'm here at Embedded World on a beautiful day in Nuremberg. I have today my colleague Go Gekling.
Hi everyone.
Gekling is a product manager for our power supplies. We are thrilled here today to be able to introduce our new product that we are releasing very, very soon. But before I begin, maybe something to consider for someone who's developing battery-operated devices. Very often one needs to think about how long does the battery last, when does the battery needs to get recharged, and how well does a particular battery perform with a device that you are developing. And as such, I'm really very proud to be able to introduce our one-box solution that enables engineers who are developing battery-operated or IoT devices to perform 4 very important functions. First one would be battery emulation. Secondly, battery profiling. Thirdly, battery cycling. And of course, charge discharge. Now we know that battery emulation is really very important. We want to be able to emulate batteries instead of using wiring up actual batteries, because a battery emulator enables you to set various state of charges in order to test your device, the devices that you are developing. And therefore, we have this solution that consists of hardware, a compact hardware that works with a very powerful software in order to enable you to perform these battery emulation functions very easily. And here in this setup, we have an example of how my colleague is showing you how we are emulating the batteries that is being used to power up a common smoke detector that can be found in our homes. And over here, we have loaded a battery profile, a predetermined battery profile, and we are making measurements on the current and voltage, actual measurements on your smoke detector. And as you can see over here, there's a lot of flexibility with this software. One is able to determine very conveniently what are the various state of charges that you want to use to test your devices. That is one thing. Now, related to this is about the battery profile. When we want to emulate a battery, we need to think about the battery profile that we are using. Because when we are using a battery profile that can't be trusted, or a simplistic battery profile that is maybe created based on a very basic table from a battery manufacturer, there is a high possibility that your battery profile is not really representative of the actual battery or how the battery will actually behave under the actual operating circumstances. Now we know that batteries perform differently under different temperatures, at 50 degrees, at 25 degrees, at 0 degrees. Very often batteries perform differently. And as such, it is very important for us to have a right profile in order to emulate your batteries. And related to this, our system enables engineers to also reliably create battery profiles that they can trust. And therefore, battery profile creation, battery emulation can be done with this solution. Moving this idea further on a little bit, sometimes we need to think about how long will your battery last before it's time to change or replace your battery. And therefore, we will start thinking about battery cycling. And very often for engineers who are working on IoT devices, they will want to be able to cycle their batteries several hundred times. And our solution here, the hardware, together with this powerful software, enables engineers to cycle batteries up to 1,000 times, which is really more than enough to give you the data necessary to evaluate your battery runtime. And therefore, we have this solution that comes together in a very compact solution, in a very compact box that can be used to perform these tasks.